Hey folks, Bill here from Survival Lore. Thank you for joining me today. Got another video for you today. But before we get into that video, I wanted to take a moment and thank everybody. Um, so over the last about week and a half, the channel has kind of blown up. I've gained something like 250, almost 200 subscribers. That coffee can survival kit kind of went nuts, and I wasn't expecting it. But I welcome all the new subscribers, all the support. I love the questions, comments, recommendations, and all the interactions we're having in the comments. I really do appreciate that. Today, we're going to go over my updated Haversack kit. I thought I had it nailed down about 8 months ago or so, but over the course of summer and into the beginning of spring, I made some changes to it, and I wanted to share those with you guys. Kind of give an updated video on it. So we'll get into that. Uh, as you know, you've seen it here before. This is my Frost River XL shell bag, made from wax canvas, leather strap, brass hardware. It's a roller buckle closure. I really love their products. I always try and support American-made products whenever possible, and I proudly love my Frost River gear. So we'll get into it. I'm just going to set it down here, and then I'll pull stuff out and show you everything that's in there so you can see. It's not terribly large. Set it right here next to me. So, undo the shoulder buckle. First thing we'll go is my water bottle. You guys have seen this. This is a 18-ounce clean canteen stainless steel water bottle. We have that. We have the life straw for putting in here and just drinking out of there. And the last thing with that is, let me find it. The fabric reusable coffee filter to use as a pre-filter in here. The long narrow ones work best. You can put it in, roll it right over the edges, and then pre-filter straight from a stream, seep, whatever it may be. So here's what we have for drinking. Heavy duty stainless steel water bottle, life straw, and the reusable coffee filter. Next up, first aid. This is the Tough Possum Gear piggyback pouch and tourniquet wing. These connect on the hook and loop on the back. I have an SOF tourniquet in here. Inside the pouch, I have some basic cuts and bruises, bandages, some medication, pain relievers, Imodium, and some allergy pills, along with some bleed stop pieces. So we always want to have a tourniquet with us because we will be using knives, saws out here in the woods, and in case of a catastrophic bleeding injury, we want to be able to stop that bleeding. That's why you carry a tourniquet and other stuff in here. So I highly recommend this. J-Berry Tough Possum Gear sent me this and the two wings to go with my med pouch. I love the modularity of that setup, and I'm going to be ordering some more pieces and get a couple extra kits built up. So I have one for work, one to keep my large pack and my haversack. So first aid kit. Another piece of Tough Possum gear I never leave home without is the survival scarf. This one here is an XL. You can see right there, the Tough Possum gear. And I always have this with me because it's great for if you need to make an improvised browse bed. You can use it as an improvised sleeping bag, scarf. You can gather materials with it, whatever it may be. There's so many uses for this, and the fact that the whole thing on the inside is orange is a great signal panel. Whether it's the XL or the regular version, I always have one with me in all my kits. Today, I just happened to have my XL version because it's getting a little cooler out. Something should happen. I wanted something a little heavier, so we went with the XL. Oh, excuse me. Went with the XL version. Next up is our cook kit and shelter. So pull this out. This is how I store them inside my pack, inside the haversack. This is an Integral Designs 5x7. I believe it's Cuban fiber tarp. I've had this thing for a long time now. I can see the bag's seen better days, but the tarp itself is in fantastic shape and is held up wonderfully. Unfortunately, Integral Designs is not around anymore. I still look for their stuff. Occasionally, you can find it on eBay. Some people sell it. If you can find one, get it. These are super lightweight, super tough. You can see I have guy lines attached to mine, that green micro cord. This is a 5x7. This is my tarp for this outing. I don't anticipate needing it, but I bring it just so I have one. And then inside the rest of this bag is my pot. And that pot is, oh, it's a little jammed in there. The Toaks 750 milliliter titanium has the bail. The handles and the lid is at the bottom in here. And I keep that in here because it helps me manage space inside my haversack. Fold the handles down, get that bail down in. And then the nice part, let me loosen that. If I loosen that draw cord, it might go in a little easier. Once everything's down in the pouch, as so, shove our tarp down in, and that, once you tighten it, takes up a lot less space in our haversack, having those two nested like that. Next up's our fire kit. We keep that contained. I keep that contained in a small Kafaro pullout. Inside here, you have seen my fire kit before. We have a Hudson Bay tin with a flint and steel kit. Chunk of fat wood for scraping for fire. And being that we are towards, things are cooling down. It's been about in the mid-30s, low 30s here at night in Pennsylvania and western Pennsylvania. I do have a fire heavy kit in case I would have to be forced to stay the night out here. So pocket bellows. No fire kit is complete without a pocket bellows. And then inside my taniums, I've seen this before. We have stormproof matches, wet fire tablet. It's not going to focus. It's stuck on me. But Bic lighter, candle, magnesium pencil sharpener, a piece of aluminum foil under there, and a Fresnel lens that sits at the bottom of that tin. A comprehensive fire kit does not need to be very large. It can be still pretty compact and manage every situation you can, most situations you're going to come across. So that's what I carry in my fire kit. The only thing you didn't see in there was my ferro rod. That is in my pack. It is just too big to fit in this little case. So ferro rod is right here. That is the elk handled 1/2 inch by 6 inch ferro rod. You've seen that before. That is my primary fire starter. I always want to use it. Getting good at placing your sparks where they need to be into your tinder bundle is good practice and something you need to stay good at. So we have that. Next up, have my Emberlit stove. This one is a stainless steel one. I've seen it before. It's pretty burnt and charred. I've been carrying that thing for well over a decade now, and will continue to until it gives out on me eventually. Then maybe I'll get a titanium, but I don't anticipate anything happening to this. This thing's been with me in many adventures. I anticipate it going along with many more. So, saw for today is the Baco Laplander. Generally, this is interchangeable for me with my Silky Pocket Boy. Larger kits, I always carry my Silky Zubat or one of my takedown buck saws, the Sawviver, or the what's the other one? My Haas style designs I have from a while back. So we got the folding saw, cordage for today. Again, didn't plan on much. We have a just about full roll of Atwood microcord. This is the reflective green. Between this or having a Hank of bank line, you can't go wrong with either one. This is just what I decided to put in here today. This and the bank line are pretty much interchangeable for me. There's about 100 foot left on here. I just used about 10 feet to make a couple lanyards, so that is practically a new rule. So signaling, always have some signaling. We have the Tough Possum Gear XL Survival Scarf with the orange panel on the inside. And then I always have a whistle and a signal mirror. So you may remember I carried the Vargo titanium whistle or the Tops whistle for the longest time. Recently, I've switched that out and started using the Storm whistle. When I got these for the kids' kits, these things are just so much louder. This is what I use and I take with me anymore. There's nothing wrong with the others. I forego the larger size in favor of the just extreme amount of volume you can get out of the Storm whistle. So we have that and the Star Flash UST mirror. They go on a neck lanyard. I need these. They just go around my neck. I have them with me whenever I'm out. So we'll catch you out later. Next up, we have some carving stuff. When I get bored, Sometimes when I'm out reading, like today, I may decide to put the book down and do some carving. I have a more spoon knife and my Opinel #8. With that combination, I can carve spoons, forks, cups. I can get everything I need to do done with these. It's not the easiest, but I'm not the greatest carver, so these get the job done for me. Last couple things, getting down to it. For my knife, I always carry a DC4 sharpener or my Victorinox pen sharpener. You guys have seen that's just the black and red one. Folds up like a pen, or this DC4. I've used this one for years. I have a couple of them. I have a DC3. The 3 and 4 for me are generally interchangeable. They do the same thing. Yes, there's slight differences, but today happens to be a DC4, and that's what I have for sharpening my knife. My headlamp for today is an old Princeton Tech. I think it's a remix or a fuel. This thing is, I think I got this in like 2008, maybe earlier. Yeah, this is a Princeton Tech fuel. It's all worn off, but let's see. I might pick it up. But this thing's been warranted a couple of times. I've been pretty rough on it, but it still keeps kicking and works fantastic. So having a headlamp with you lets you, it's a force multiplier for you. Having the ability to work in the waning hours, in the dark, navigate, whatever it may be, get your way back to your car, find something. Just having that ability to operate in the dark is a massive game changer. So I always have some kind of light. In my smaller kits, it's a photon light. Generally, it's going to be a headlamp, and in larger kits, I have a headlamp and a regular flashlight. So, last thing in the main pocket, you've just seen this before. My flask. This is a rag proper. It's made from glass and wrapped in leather. You don't want to put whiskey in, or bourbon specifically, in a metal container. It'll ruin the taste. At least that's my opinion. I always have this with me. I'm out having a good time here. Not getting inebriated or anything, but it's nice to have a little nip off the flask every now and then when I'm out enjoying my time. Last couple of things we have. My map set up. This is a Lucky 1-2 Sutlery map case with my map here of Forbes State Forest. Got a Right in the Rain notebook on the back and my protractor. Next to that we have a Sharpie, Right in the Rain mechanical pencil, and a ink pen. Set that right over here. My compass for today is my much loved and my favorite compass, the Brunton Pocket Transit. This is not a simple compass to learn to use. It takes it has a bit of a learning curve to it. I think the learning curve is worth it. I saw these when I was younger. Then when I started working, bought myself one. I've been carrying this for a number of years. This is my go-to. There's nothing wrong with a regular base plate compass or the normal sighting or the Kamanga compasses. This one's just my go-to. Made in the USA in Brunton. I believe they're made in Wyoming. Yes, Riverton, Wyoming there. That's my compass. If you're willing to put in the time to learn how to use it, highly recommended. 100% cotton bandana. We all know the uses for this. Blood stopper. You can pack a wound, clean your pots and pans, wipe yourself. Just endless uses for a cotton bandana. And we have, last but not least, our hot chocolate, since that's what the plan was for today. Come out, have some hot chocolate, do some reading. My book fell over here. It is Into the American Woods. Let's see if I can bring it up. It is Negotiators on the Pennsylvania Frontier. I've heard a lot of good things. This one's been sitting in my library for a while. Finally couldn't get a chance to tackle it and break into it today, so we have that. What other questions could be asked? Knife for today. Kellampuco. It's not going to focus, but Kellampuco is what we're carrying today. And that's about it, guys. I think went over everything. Yep, bag's empty. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I do greatly appreciate the support. You guys have relit the fire under me to get out, enjoy my time in the woods, and share it with you. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been asking questions, seeing what you guys want to see. I'm going to be doing some book reviews coming up. Maybe that'll be one of them. And I just appreciate the support, guys. Having this little community we're building and this little interactions, it's just really motivating for me to, once I get off from work and done dealing with family stuff, to continue to spend that little time I have free in the woods. So thank you guys. Again, I don't want to just harp on it, but I really do appreciate the support. Thank you. And like I said, I do have a follow-up coffee can vid. I did find a full-size unlined metal coffee can. Thanks to some help and pointing it out. I had to go to a different Walmart, but I found one. So thank you guys. That video will be posted next week. I think it's the second or third. I think it's the second. So till next time, guys, I'll see you next week. Thank you.